Hello, Hot Vibes, and welcome back to a recap of The Next Prince, episode 10.
Yes, this was interesting. There wasn't like giant lore drops. It was a lot about the mine and stuff like that. However, there were little points throughout the episode where my brain went, "Do I trust you?" Like from multiple people. And it's like my trust is hanging by a thread by some people, and I don't know why. It's just weird gut feelings. So I don't know. We'll have to talk through it and see. But I maybe I have trust issues.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I actually forget most of what happened in this episode. I'll be completely honest, because I watched it last week. But
I watched it this morning.
I do remember there was a lot of mine stuff, which I'm like,
It was a lot of mine stuff. It was really good though. It was really good because I like the protest stuff because like when he started singing, that's the kind of shit I live for.
okay.
Like,
I actually got the cringy BL singing moment at that time.
did you? Okay, I did. Here's the thing. I did right when it started.
Yeah.
However, as it kept going, it went away.
It did not go away for it.
It did not go away for you.
It started like I finally get it because I know everyone's like, oh my god, when they just start randomly singing, it's so cringy and weird. And I'm like,
Yeah,
it never actually bothered me before. Like I don't think there was ever really a time where it really bothered me. But
I think it bother me in Between Us. I feel like it bothered me in Between Us. I feel like that's a thing.
Yeah. I don't even remember them doing.
He was
that
like
between,
he was playing guitar for him like out like by the lake or something like that.
I don't know, the singing kind of was like, okay, great. We know he can sing. They're great singers, but like they don't need to do that here. And then when Kendin starts singing
shit.
too, I'm like, okay,
I know,
enough.
but
Stop.
I live for that shit. Like I live for that. Like
don't.
You saw Pride because I made you watch it. I live for that. I live for the whole like revolution. I live for that shit.
I forgot that.
I live for that shit. You know I live for that shit. So like,
yeah, I did not. Anyway, that was cringe. We'll get there when we get there. But how was your week this week?
How was my week? I worked quite a bit. Yesterday was ornament premiere at work. So our ornaments are out. The first batch. We have ones in July and ones in October. So our first batch of ornaments are out. So it was very busy. We made a lot of money off of that stuff. Like the last 2 days, we were over goal by like $5,000, which is like kind of insane. I was like, because we were down for the month for a bit. Like we were down like 3,000. We were down a certain amount. I was like, oh my gosh, we are so slow. No one's coming into the store. And then like I looked at the business recap for the last 2 days. I went, oh god, okay, we picked that up. we got it back. It's okay. We're good. So that was eventful. Because it was a special event, we always try and like do something different. Like we dress up or like, you know, try and match in a way. Disney ears was the theme this time, and because I grew up around Disneyland, the amount of ears I have is crazy.
I was gonna say, I'm sure you have some ears already.
Holy shit! Like I had to go into my garage, and me and my cousin and my mom were just digging through boxes, looking for all my ears. I was so upset I couldn't find my Goofy ears, because like those were the ones I was like, oh my god, if I could wear those, that would be great, because it's just this tall ass Goofy hat and like really long dangly ears. I love that hat, and I could not find it for the life of me. I tried.
No.
I was like, where's that hat? I hope I didn't get lost in the move. But I did find all my other ears, and I found so many, and I tried to wear them all at work. I worked for like only 5 hours, but like I kept changing them out like every half hour. I was like, I'm gonna wear all of these today. I have a mission. And because it's a special event, usually I make cupcakes. So I made cupcakes. I made chocolate orange cupcakes. I don't know if you saw them on my Instagram. I posted them. They're little. They look like little oranges. They're cute. I put like orange marmalade in the middle too. It was so good. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my gosh. My one of my work friends took like 6 home. I was like, fine with me, because I made like 24. That's too many. So
yeah,
I was like, everything was melting too while I was making them yesterday. I was like, it's too high. It's too high. I was like shaping all these cupcakes, and they were all loose frosting. I was like, this is not good. It's bad, but it was really delicious. What else happened this week? Oh my gosh. Did you watch the new ATEEZ music video?
I saw a little reel on Instagram, and it was, I forget what it was. I don't think I had audio on, but there were like subtitles, and it was them talking about Lucifer.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
It's good God. I turned it on yesterday. The second my mom and my cousin left the house to go do something, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch the new ATEEZ music video. Just woo, I'm gonna watch it. That's fun. I turned it on. I was like not like laughing throughout the whole thing, but like, you know, like the nervous like what the fuck. Like, I was like, what is happening? They're on their freaky shit lately. I'm not gonna lie. Because, like,
Yeah.
Lemon Drop was, like, obviously them going, yeah, we're hot. And I know we're hot. Like, that was, like, their last one. This was, like, excuse me, the first 4 lyrics are from Yuno. And he's sitting there, and he says, yeah, I know what you're into. Baby got a type. I could treat you good, but that ain't what you like. Or I could be gentle, but that ain't what you like. I was like, sir?
Okay.
I was like, I guess we're going somewhere different here for this comeback. Mother of God. But there's also a pause that Wooyeon does in one of his lyrics, and it's I'll make you come and get it. But he goes, I'll make you come and get it. And I was like, excuse me, what? I was like, what is happening right now? So that was an experience. What else happened this week? Fortnite introduced it was a new update, and it's the new Superman mythic. And I know you're not into Fortnite, so I won't talk about this for too long. But Jesus, can piss me off. Like, it's so useless. Like, there's sometimes they'll have like little events where you can like run into a portal like that appears in the middle of the game, and you have to get there first. And if you get there first, you get this special power for like a couple minutes. Or you get it for the whole game, depending. Like, at one point it was Thanos, and it was awesome. Like, you could maul people with that thing, and then if you died, someone else could pick it up. That hasn't happened in a very long time. Something like that. That was probably their best one. And then Godzilla came, like, 2 seasons ago. And that was fun, but, like, he was really slow at stomping around. Like, you could beam people, but, like, he'd walk around. He's like, I'm turning, I promise. It's just taking a second. But right now they have Superman. And with stuff like this, the health is supposed to be, like, multiplied, so it takes a second to destroy you. To, like, it'll take a while. It's quite the achievement to destroy someone who has gotten these mythics. Superman lasts for, like, 5 seconds. Because everybody goes for it at the same time. This one person gets it, goes up in the sky, and they come back down to the ground, and they're beamed in the head. And they're dead in 5 seconds. I've killed 2 people, like twice in 10 seconds, I swear to God, when I've been rushing to the mythic. Someone else has gotten it first, and I'm like, pew. And, like, they're dead immediately, and I'm like, I don't know if I actually want to get this. I only got it for the, like, to say that I got it. I was like, I don't want to be the person, like, at the end of the season who was like, oh, I never got to try the mythic.
Yeah.
But I finally got it at one point. I was like, yes, I finally got it. I didn't even get to kill anyone with it. Like, I was beaming someone with the eyes, the laser eyes, and, like, someone else ended up getting me first. And I was like, I lasted, like, all of 15 seconds with that. Like, that was pointless. And I was like, I'm never doing that again. So, like, for the rest of the games now, I'm like, I'll be over on the other side of the map getting all this stuff. And it'll be like, Superman has arrived. And I'm like, yeah, I don't care. Have fun with that. You guys have fun racing to that. It's no use. So it's shit. So I hope they kind of buff that. But I think that's all I've really been doing this week. I've been honest with you, since my cousin is staying with us, so we've just been chilling because their family's in California. I don't think there's anything else that's happened this week. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else that happened this week, but I genuinely don't. Oh, yes, there was.
Oh.
I watched Squid Game.
Oh, yeah.
I watched all of Squid Game. Was that last week or this week?
I don't know. You were texting me through it, and I was like, yeah, and I forget when that was.
I forget when that was, too. I'm not gonna lie.
But you watched it. I know that much.
I did. I watched it. And, justice for Hyunju, for Hyunju, because fucking 333, I'm so glad he's dead. Like, I was like, as he was, I was like screaming at them to, like, I was like, push the fucking button, because, like, I knew it was gonna happen. Like, they didn't push the button.
I did too.
Yeah, I was like, you didn't push the button. You did. The second they were hanging over the side, I'm like, oh nope, this is gonna go wrong. You didn't push the button. But still, at the same time, I was also like, fall, die. Like, I hated him so much. Like, this bitch killed my favorite person in the game, and he didn't even need to. He'd already passed. Also, it kind of drove me absolutely mad when you said who, when I said Cate Blanchett.
I did not know who that was. I still don't know who that is.
That's mental to me. I'm gonna hang on. You're on my phone. I was like, where's my phone? Nah. We're gonna. You had.
Was she in anything I saw?
That's what I'm about to find out. All right, let's see. Did you see the Thor movies?
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
His sister, the one that comes back and is evil, with the big dog. She has a big dog and she crushes his hammer.
Isn't that like Helena or whatever her name is?
Yeah.
That's her?
Yes, that's her! She's a very famous actress.
She looks very different.
But also, I can't remember if you watched it, like, before the last podcast we did, or, like, recently. But K-pop Demon Hunters, I feel like we didn't talk about that.
We didn't, no.
Yeah, I want to hear, what'd you think? Because I saw your reaction. It was great. It was so good.
It was so good.
It's
I continuously listen to soundtrack.
Literally, I've been doing it all, like, listening to only the soundtrack.
Yeah.
My cousin who's staying with us, I showed it to her, like, her first or second night over. And every once in a while I'll go downstairs and it's just on. Like, she loves it over and over and over again. And I was like, fair. It's one of those movies you could turn on.
Yeah.
I remember watching your reaction, and at the beginning there was all the fans like talking, and I think you said like, why does that one guy have a turtle?
I realized that after I started noticing it after. I was like, oh, I get it now. Why? I get it.
Yeah, he loves her turtles. But yeah, who's your bias in Huntrix?
Oh, in Huntrix, I think Rumi. Yeah, she. I mean, mainly she was like the main focus, so I got to see one of her more than the other two.
I do really love Rumi,
but I also loved her and when she called out Celine at the end, because she was the worst.
Oh, she was the worst.
And I'm so glad they didn't try to redeem her in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
because she fucking sucked.
She was horrible. Yeah. Because it's like she even after Rumi like said everything wrong, she was just like, it was weird. She kept trying to justify it, but the way she justified it was like so horrible. Like she was like, I tried, or she was like, I did my best to accept you, and it's like, so you had to like really force yourself to accept me, is what you're saying? Like
she never like no, it's like, oh, I forget because it's been like a few weeks, but like she was just like, she was always trying. She was like, oh no, you are great. You just need to destroy this part of yourself, and then you'll be fine. And it's like, that's not accepting her. And like she wasn't even apologizing. She was just saying like, no, this is what we need to do. Like, this is why I'm doing it. For like, I also want to know the backstory about Rumi's parents.
Yeah, so do I.
Because people are saying like, oh, like why if they make a prequel where we see the girls in their trainee days? And I'm like, I don't want that. I want Rumi's parents, like...
I want to know Rumi's parents, like...
I want to know if her dad was truly evil and, like, manipulate her into getting pregnant, having a child, and, like, super evil or something. Or if they truly were in love, and that's why they had a child. Because if that was the case, why the fuck was Celine so against demons and so, like, against her demon half?
Maybe
and, like,
she never knew about this. Maybe her mom never told her.
Maybe. Yeah. But that would have solved so much.
Would have. Someone, like... theorized that her father is Guima, the demon king, because of a lyric in Golden where she says, "Given the throne, I didn't know how to believe I was the queen I was meant to be." So like someone theorized that like her father's Guima, and I'm like, that could be a fun alluding to in like the future, but it doesn't necessarily like nail it in the coffin. So I don't know. I would hope that her mother like actually obviously like.
There was a part of me, and I hope this wasn't the case, and I don't think it is, but there was a part that thought that Jinwoo was her father.
I really like. I was like, I bet you did.
Because he was 400 years old, so it's like it's possible.
It's possible, like, but it's not. Yeah.
I hope not.
No.
But also, I was really sad he died.
Oh, yeah, that was so upsetting. Like I was like, wait, what? He's not dying, is he? Like I was watching, I was like, no.
I also wish we got more of the like other Saja boys. Like, are they also like him and also had like these like bad past, or were they just like just pure demons who don't like?
I think they must have been, but like I feel like they might have been too far gone. He was still clinging to something because he still had the memories. Maybe they had their memories erased.
Maybe.
But maybe the Demon King was like, maybe if I keep the memories with you and don't erase them, I have a hold over you, kind of thing. So I'm wondering if they were like him, but like no longer have their soul left. Their soul is pretty much gone. That's I was looking at like the stages of demonness that I saw in the movie. I was looking at it kind of like a warm bodies or like yeah, I don't know if Walking Dead did this, but like in terms of warm bodies, there were like bonies, which were like the more long term like zombies, where like eventually you just lose most of your soul and you just become skin and bones, and they all look the same. So like I was looking at it like Genu and the Saja boys were like newer in
Yeah,
quotes, and then the other demons that looked like different and not like
more yeah.
humans were more a bit like older than them, and then the ones that had like no face and no nothing were like really long term ones that were just like hordes at that point with zero soul. So I I would hope that what if it's one of the Saja boys? What if her father's one of the Saja boys?
I don't know. We other than Genu, we didn't really get to learn more about any of them.
Yeah, I know. My best friend in California still has a bias, so I think Baby Saja is her favorite. She likes Baby Saja, but I was like, I don't. She was like, "Who's your Saja boy bias?" And I was like, "It's Genu, because like he's the only one who has a story."
Yeah, he's the only one we know.
Yeah,
Like, and that's
and
that's why
funny.
I do wish they explained more on the other ones. Maybe gave them their own, like maybe like
Yeah.
backstory a little bit. I don't know. Also, the best character was the Blue Demon Tiger.
Oh, 100%. I love that thing so much.
I want Sony or K-pop Demon or whoever is responsible for
They made a
this.
plush.
I want a life-size Blue Demon.
You want a life
tiger
size?
Life size. I want to sleep on that thing. I want to like cuddle with it. I want it all, please.
I would, because I wouldn't have thought about like I want a life size until I saw him curled up in her room, like just chilling with her. I was like, oh, he looked comfy to lay on though. I do want him. He looks very cute. There is a plushie available on Netflix Shop. And I think it's this. I'm pretty sure it's the same plushie that the rest of the cast and crew got, because they got one for finishing the movie, and I was like, oh, you should sell one, and I'm pretty sure they went okay and just started selling the same thing. So, because it's available on there, I think for like $45, and I was like, it's cute, but I feel like we could do better. Like I'm waiting for the best version.
I would only buy a life size one. Like no ifs, ands, or buts about. I want a life size one, and I want it in my bed. I want to like cuddle with it.
I think Etsy's your best bet for that. Just like look for, just keep browsing Etsy for it.
I'll give it a few more weeks. You know, the movie's still fairly new, so I'll give it time.
Damn, I love that tiger. That's the best tiger. No, yeah, it's a top tier movie, and it was like so good, and like even though I feel in my brain it was like nearly perfect, like there were obviously some like holes in the story, but those are holes that I feel like could be filled by a sequel or a prequel or whatever. We could be like, oh, this is what demons feel this, da 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 da. Anything that was left unexplained can be explained in a sequel. So I really hope we get one. I really hope Genu's alive. My theory is he's in the sword. He's in
her sword?
Yes.
Oh, maybe.
Because like he gave her his soul and it like swirled around her, and then she went like this and it wasn't there anymore. So like her sword, and then there wasn't a soul around her. So I feel like it went through her body into the sword. So I was like, in the sword, like it's still there. She's still keeping his soul. It's safekeeping. It's there somewhere, and you could put it back in a body of some sort. It just needs a physical form. So, sequel, please.
Yeah. And give us backstory on Rumi's parents.
Yeah.
That's my big question.
Yeah, the next movie could be about her trying to find like out who her dad is now that she's accepting of her like demon side. She could be like, now that I know about this, now that I'm accepting this, I kind of want to look into who my dad actually is. Like, that'd be kind of sick. I'm down. Anyway, that was a very long ass thing from me. So how was your week?
Pip Babe. What happened in Pip Babe this week?
Yeah.
Okay. So we found out that the drug enhancing skill that is used, that Tony uses, they need Tony's blood for that. And that's what Willie revealed to them.
Okay.
Because he was there for a bit, but now he's their prisoner. So this is when Pete is talking with Chris, and he's like, you are Tony's like birth child, which means you might have some of his blood in you. So maybe we can use that, test that, and maybe we can use that for the skill like canceling drug. So it seemed like that's what they're gonna work on next with Chris's blood. Alan, he's feeling better because he got the chip in his head now. Yeah, and Kim kind of confronted him. He's like, "Look, I know what you're doing," and he's like, "Yes, I'm doing it, but I'm also trying to help Dean and Kenta. So I need you to help me." And so then we got Alan trying to take Charlie's blood, but Charlie he kind of blips out because he's kind of like you know how he has Jeff's like future sight powered or whatever.
Yeah.
He has that. He faints. Alan's there, takes some of his blood, and then tries to wake him up with the others, and he has amnesia now.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Apparently the drug ability or the powers or whatever is like wearing down the body and the mind and stuff. Is the explanation that it's like messing with that. So because he has so much, because his is absorbing other people's powers, it's like making him lose his memory and stuff. So now has full amnesia.
Dang.
And yeah. And so Alan gave Tony Charlie's blood a little bit, and Tony was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna free them just yet because I want you to make Babe come crawling back to me."
Oh my god, give it up! Give it up!
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, we're in a weird state. We're nearing the end though, but so before Charlie passed away, we were having those future vision sight stuff, and I saw Kenta in the chair.
What chair?
The chair that you sit in when Tony put the chip in your head.
Oh. Uh-oh.
And so now I'm worried.
Uh-oh. Oh dear.
So that's a thing that I need to worry about.
Uh-oh.
Moving forward. There's 2 episodes left, I think. So it's like
that's pretty close. That's kind of close.
I'm like this is the time where if people were to die, it would be now. So I'm worried. But it's fine because right now he's not. He's still just he's tied up and he's fine.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah, he's tied up, but he's fine. He's fine.
I mean, he's alive and he doesn't have a chip in his head right now, so I will take that as a win. Anyway, next Prince.
Jesus, yeah.
Episode 10. Let's jump right into this.
Yes.
Half an hour in. So we actually go to the Golden Horse Clan. Which I'm dumb, because I thought that anytime they were with the king, and like that part, that was the Golden Horse Clan.
Yeah.
Because they're like the rulers. So I thought, oh, maybe we move the fucking kingdom down there. But no, it's a different place.
Yeah, it's the actual kingdom. I figured there was one because they kept every once in a while he would say like you should come to Asawati-Mateen sometime, like their actual home. But like the kingdom itself is like in the middle of Emily, I think, and then the kingdoms other than that are like surrounding it. And you just move into the castle if you're king.
Yeah. So he does go there, and his dad greets him, and then they have dinner, and it's the same spaghetti that his other dad made. And he's like, "Yeah, I watched him make, or like I helped him make it, and now he's trying to recreate that as well."
See, that's really sweet, and he's being so nice, and it's stressing me out.
It's one of the things where he seems like so like perfect right now, where it's hard to trust him.
I know, like it's too nice. Like, how are you being that nice? Something feels wrong here. Like, you're just being too nice, my friend. Too nice. Too nice.
And Kanin does bring up the like mining problems that they're having, and he does say he's like, yeah, I know, I'm looking into it. And which we know he's trying to.
Yeah,
like,
he was. Yeah.
But he's just like, for now, let's go and enjoy the lanterns. And we go to the lantern parade thing. And Sharon tells a backstory where it was used to help the miners find their way home. When they worked late at night and they couldn't see anything, the lanterns were helped to guide them back home.
That's nice. It was, or he says it's supposed to like, no, he says like this, they follow the stars or something like that. Wasn't it like they follow the stars home or something like that? And the lanterns are meant to represent that. And because I was watching it and I was like, oh, I thought you were going to say something like the lanterns guided them home or something. What does he say?
Oh, I thought that's what I took from
I
it.
don't know. What is it? He says. I thought it was.
Back in the days, most people worked at miners. They often worked until night or even dawn. The way home was dark and empty, making some villagers fear that they couldn't see. Thankful. Oh yeah, the starlight served as their guide. Oh shit, never mind.
That's what I figured because I was like
So the villagers used lanterns as a symbol
to
to
for
show
the
gratitude
stars.
to the starlight. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what it was. You're
When
right.
when we were doing as he was going through the story, I was like, oh, they showed them home with the lanterns, and I was like, oh, no, never mind. That is not what happened. We say thank you to the stars with the lanterns.
Yeah. We see Pseudodad with Vedish
Yeah.
in the crowd watching Kanin,
Yep.
and Kanin spots him.
Oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh, is this happening? Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. This
But
can't happen to me.
Pseudodad and Vedish flee, and
Yeah.
Sharon's like, "Oh no, it's, you might be wrong.
Yeah.
Like, don't go off running.
Like,
crazy
don't
like
go
that."
running off in big crowds. That is not something we want to do right now.
Yeah. But then the protesters show up, start chanting for clean air. They start calling out Kanin's prince dad. They start calling him out, and he keeps asking like what the issue is and like how he can help, or like that he wants help and he wants to like hear what they have to say, but they keep just yelling at him, and they're not actually giving.
I understand the anger though, because like they've been saying this for years, over and over again. So at some point it gets tiring just repeating the same thing. It's like we've told you the problem. Like why haven't you fixed it already? It's been years.
Yeah, but now it's like he's actually asking what it is, and he's seemingly someone who can do something, and they're not.
But
telling him anything.
They don't believe that he will. Because.
Well, then what's the harm?
Well, he's royalty, and in their eyes, the royal family has done nothing but ignore them and ignore the problem this entire time. And so they feel like, why waste our energy yelling all these demands at him when we've been yelling? They're still the streets right now. All their signs are their demands. They're shouting these demands everywhere they go. But they feel like, why are we gonna like chill and chat with this royal guy who's done nothing for us in the past? Like, they think that he has the power to do everything. But as he says later, I don't actually have all that power. Or he said it earlier or something. He's like, I thought I had more power than I did. And it turns out I don't. The king is ignoring all this and is not changing it. And I don't have the power to change it. So all these people just see royal stamped across their heads and are like, you're the problem. You're why we're stuck here. And we're mad at you. Even if you're the one, even if you're standing here saying like, hey, what can I do to help? It's not gonna automatically shift everything like, oh, now that you're asking. And then they're gonna sit down. There's too much anger and resentment laying there that they won't be able to put it behind them just to have a civil conversation. There's too many demands that need to be met. There's too many people dying. It's not easy to flip that switch.
I get that, but I'm still, it's still kind of bothering me that it's like, still try. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's like, if they're not going to do anything, if you yell at them and shout at them, they're still probably not going to do anything. Like, if you're not going to do it when you talk calmly, or whether you yell at shout, you're going to get the same result. So it's like, what's the point, really? I feel like.
Have you ever been to a protest?
I don't go to protests. I've seen enough dangerous shit happen there that I'm like, no thank you.
I've been to quite a few in my life, and they basically look like this. Like, it's just, you shout your demands, but like, I wish I wasn't saying this, but like, often it doesn't change much. No matter how many times you shout your demands at it. If someone that we wanted to change things came out front and said, hey, what do you want us to do? We would probably we would probably send like a spokesperson forward who like had our demands or something like that.
Yeah.
But in the heat of everything, I don't know. I guess it depends. Also, it depends on the country, you know? It depends on the country, it depends on the situation, it depends on like how many lives are at stake. Protests are touchy places. Hard to keep under control. It's been what's interesting is that lately protesters have been more in control to make sure that like things don't get too violent, and then the people that are supposed to be protecting you during protests tend to escalate things. So it's it's a hard to predict area. No matter how much you try and keep things calm and collected, it usually spins out of control.
Yeah, that's why I don't go, because I've seen like even peaceful protests like can turn into like heated and like violent in like a second, and that's why I kind of just like stay away from that. I'm like, I'm not gonna.
I grew up in LA, so I've been to many.
I was gonna say, yeah, you probably had a lot. You were probably surrounded by them, so
yeah. I think the biggest one I went to was, it was less of a protest, more of like a collective, but like the Women's March. Do you remember when that was happening with the pink hats? No? Oh my gosh, that was. I don't remember what year that was. Women's March year 2017. It was in 2017. We all went down to the middle of LA. We were all wearing pink hats, and it was crazy. I made a sign with the Star Wars quote "Rebellions are built on hope" on it, and it was like it was. I've never seen downtown LA that full. Like the streets were blocked off. Like you could not move edgewise. You just would move with the crowd because there were. It said how many there were. Like not even 50,000. 750 people. It's at 750,000 people.
damn.
That's almost a million people. That's a 3/4 of a million were in the streets of LA. So it was, I could not move edgewise. I was with my friend at the time, and it was like, there were so many people. We were taking the trains back, and we were like sitting on the floor of the train because like no when their seats were all taken. We were all sitting on the floor. Just wait. I've never seen the trains that full. It was crazy. We were all coming from everywhere. And I think the trains were free that day as well, which was really nice of the Metro to do that. Because there were just too many people to take tickets anyway, I think. Like, they sent someone down to look for tickets, they'd be like, you know what? Free ride. Have fun, everybody. There's like 1,000 people in this one car. Let's just turn right around. But that was a really good one to attend. It was nice. I like feeling solidarity with people.
So anyway, back with this protest. We get the cringy singing again.
Which I liked.
I did not. But he starts singing. Jay starts singing. He's leading it. Calvin's there behind him. And we kind of see a face-off between the people who are chanting for the clear air and the people who are chanting for the lights and the lanterns, do all that. And then, Kanin steps up.
You know what the singing reminds me of?
What?
Did you watch Hunger Games?
I think I watched all of them but the last one.
The Hanging Tree song? I don't know which one that was in. The Are you coming to the tree? That one?
I don't remember. It's been years.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure it's in the... No, it's not the first one. It must be in the second one. I don't even remember. I think it might be in the second one. But she sings a song for one of the propos. Oh no, not the third one. My bad, because there's 4. The third one. So they're having her do propaganda videos and stuff like that for them, and she's singing. They're like, go ahead and sing the song you just told us about, and it was so good because she starts singing it, and then it cuts to a bunch of people marching towards the dam that powers the lights in the Capitol, and as she's singing, all these people start singing at the same time. Like it morphs into that. And it's like everyone chanting this song as they're marching towards it and to destroying the dam. I was like, this is sick. Like it reminds me of that. It's like the song has the same kind of like cadence and like lyrical kind of intent.
Yeah. But you know what I found interesting about this scene?
Yeah.
Is that we have the protesters and the lantern people. Like they're at a standoff because they can't go to do the lantern and everything. They can't go because whatever. And they're like at a face off. But both of them are doing it for the miners.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing it to, like, celebrate and symbolize the lanterns for the starlight for the miners, and they're not letting them go because they want to help the miners' lives. But it's kind of like a funny, like, ironic situation where they're both doing this for the miners, just thinking about it very differently, almost.
Yeah, it really
I thought that was
shows.
interesting.
It really shows how differently people handle situations. Like, it seemed, judging from like who was getting the lanterns together, it seemed like an older generation. It's like we grew up in the mines kind of thing, and like so this is how we honor the people who, you know, still mine today and came before us and all that. And the newer generation, which has more of like different view of the world of this is how we change things. We need to protest to change things. And probably these guys agree, but they're like, well, this is how we do things. And it's everyone's doing it for like the same reason of we love the miners and we want to show we love the miners. But the way each generation goes about it differently really speaks to how generations work in the real world as well. Like I see that now as well. I see a lot of younger people at protests, and yes, some older generation people as well, but not as many, and in different circles. It's just interesting.
Well, in this situation, if I was in this situation, I had to pick between the protests or the lanterns. I probably would have gone more towards the lanterns. I think like it's like just a symbolism of like doing this for them, and also I think seeing all the lanterns would be really cool.
It would be cool.
And nice, just nice to see. So like personally, I think that would be cool to see. But I do think it's like, yeah, this is like symbolic for like the past, things, and like I think to your thing, it's like this older generation are doing the lanterns because I think a lot of them were the miners who got lost.
Yeah.
And who use the starlight and now the lanterns to help the next generation. But the newer generation are people who are experiencing the bad air and all like the whatever stuff that's happening to the point where like people are dying.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm also wondering if it's only the people who are at the protests are people who are personally affected by the people dying. Because like we know Jay, his dad died, and his sister, is sick, and like I think one of the guys is like the one who's like, oh, my parents died in the mines or whatever. Like, or maybe that was a few episodes ago.
And the guy a few episodes ago who was like almost attacking Kanin, he was coughing as he was saying it. Like people
he was sick, and I think he said his parents died, or someone said that the parents died in the mine.
Yeah.
So it is very interesting to see like. Because for the old generation who were probably at the mines originally, they didn't get sick. They were there, but they didn't get sick. That was before everything bad happened. So it is interesting to look at.
I would definitely probably be on this side of the protest, but that's not a surprise for me. That's because I'm used to it. That's what I usually do. But I would like to see the lanterns. The lanterns probably would be really pretty in any other time. I think keeping this tradition alive post like whatever fixes they put into place is a good idea, and hopefully they continue to do so because it does still honor people that came before them.
Yeah.
And I would love that. That'd be great. But I would definitely be on the protesting side of things because, like, here's the thing: I grew up going to protests, and like, I would be on their side for this, and I would want to fight for change. And like these days, with a lot of the shit that's going on, I've been saying like I'm getting out of here, like I'm fucking out, I'm going to the UK. Like it's hard because my brain's being like torn in half because I'm like I want to stay and help change things because it's shit right now, but also I'm kind of afraid and I want to go. So it's like I don't know how to do that. I really don't know how to do that. So it's. I feel like I'm between the two protesters, the protesters and the lantern people right now. I'm like in the middle. So you gotta really pick your side, but like it's okay whatever decision you make, as long as you're still doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And finding a way to help,
But then comes in, give this whole speech about why, pretty much everyone's doing this for the miners.
Yeah.
Like, all of you here are doing this for the miners.
Exactly.
And then he starts the cringy singing now.
I like it.
And it got all over the news. And
the second he started singing, I was like, oh, Grandpa's not gonna be happy about this.
No, he is not.
I was like, this ain't gonna go well. Half of me thought, like, when he looked at the news thing, I was like, a little part of me thought, like, hey, maybe he'll be fine, and he'll be like, hey, good job getting them off your back or something like that, or tricking them or some shit. I don't know. But I was like, nah, he's pissed. He's real pissed.
Because he's joining the protest that the king is responsible for. Like, he's responsible for why they're protesting, pretty much. Yeah. And Yeah, no.
This is not good for your image, bro. Your grandson is against you. That's something that says something.
Yeah. And then later, the next day, I'm assuming, Kanan's father sits down with him and talks with him about the mining matter. And he tells him, he's like, I try to help too. I try to talk to my father and it didn't work. And that was when I kind of realized I don't have as much power as I thought, even though I'm the prince.
Yeah.
And we get flashbacks to all the conversations. And that's when he's like, this wasn't what I thought it was.
And we don't see him. It's that age-old rule where it's like, if you're doing it without that person there, like television-wise, if you're saying this without that person there in front of the camera, then you're not lying, because who else are you performing for, kind of thing. So I feel like he is trying to help. Like, Kanan wasn't there to see all this, so I feel like he's not being like, see, yeah, I'm trying to help, I'm asking, like with him in the room. He actually is on his own trying to ask questions about it, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Then Kanan is summoned to meet with the king.
But before he is, no, I want to talk. There is something that was said. His father said, if the king has more power than I do, so that's why you need to really win that competition. That's what you need to do to help them.
Yeah.
That's when my seed of doubt in this father grew, just a tiny bit.
I think I did too. I think it's weird that he's like, look, I want to change this too. So you need to win.
So I can
I'll
become king. Yes, and then we can fix it. I was like, okay, like before with the dinner, I was like, oh, with the tiniest seed of doubt. Like, I was like, this guy's so nice. And then this, I was like, I don't know, bro. People in the past who have like, just do this so I can become king are generally not the best people.
Don't.
Like, it's for good intentions right now, but like, what if that's a trick? Like, I don't know. Maybe I have trust issues.
Well, what if it ends up being a thing where like the king can't do anything? Like, he's the king. And then if he becomes king, the king he realizes he can't do anything.
Here's what I think. If this guy is not inherently evil, here is my thought process of how this would go.
Okay, let's hear it.
If he becomes king, and he's not a bad dude in general, but he becomes king and he goes to fix things, and the same thing that the king said before of like, if you want Emily to continue prospering financially, then you do nothing. What if he goes to do this and then he realizes how much money he's going to lose or how much power he's going to lose? He'll be like, maybe we don't have to fix the mine. Like, the power could sway him or the money could sway him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, financially, he can't do anything. Like, even if he has all the money, like, he still can't, even though he's king and worldly, he probably can't do anything because then more problems will happen somewhere else.
But I'm saying it like he probably could, and it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal like elsewhere in the world. However, his finances personally will go down, or his power personally will go down, and then it becomes a question of, should I help, or will I lose some of the stuff that I'm comfy with? In my comfy little castle.
I saw it differently. I saw it as like a thing where like, if he did, then maybe he will help the miners, and that will all help, but maybe somewhere else in Emily will end up suffering because of that, because you're taking financial money to help the miners from somewhere else, whether it's one of the other clans, and then they get screwed, and bad stuff starts happening there, and people there start dying. And then it just ends up becoming a cycle of everyone's blaming you for everything, regardless what you do. You're damned if you do, or you're damned if you don't.
I was thinking of selfish reasons, so I don't know. Bro.
I don't want him to be selfish.
He's really nice, so I don't want him to backstab us. But I keep worrying that he's going to, with all the little things that keep coming up, like oh, just let me become king, everything will be fine, he he he. Like he didn't even laugh, but in my head he did. Like it's the trust is where I then.
But then also this would be another reason to motivate Kanan to win.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. So I don't know, bro. And we can see, even through this episode, he does start studying harder. Like, he's fallen asleep at the table. Because now this is personal to him. Now he has a cause. He believes in, connected to all this.
Yeah.
And he thinks that winning is going to help. Because he thinks his father, in quotes, is going to help. I hope he is. But there's a chance that he's tricking us.
Anyway, then he does meet with the king. And the king tells him he should not have done that. And he's like, oh, I was just trying to help you. Why that wrong? And the king again, he says like, look, you should not have gotten involved. All you need to do is focus on competition. That's your main job right now.
God, I hate him because it's like, bro, the people are dying. You want me to focus on studying in archery right now when people are dying? I can't do that. I can't remove myself like you seem to be able to. Like,
yeah. But then Kanin kind of called him out. He's like, look, if you don't want to do anything, fine, but one day I will step up and do it myself.
period.
And the king asks, he's like, do you really have a solution? Like, I get you want to help, but how?
That's the thing. He probably doesn't have a solution, but it was a nice start to be like, we can't. It was a good start to say we can't fix things immediately. So let's start with stuff we can fix right now, like passing out N95 masks all throughout the mines and like giving you protective gear while we figure some stuff out. And so it was a good thing to say that. I think he'd be pretty good at ruling because he gave them a temporary solution while he came up with a more permanent fix. So it looks like he does want to think of something more permanent.
Yeah. Because this was the first time I agreed with the king, where he says, like, look, real change takes time. You can't just snap your fingers, even if you're king. You can't just snap your fingers and make everything fix. But then Kanin, also on Kanin's point, he does say it, like, the king says it takes time, and Kanin says it also takes courage and determination.
Period.
And I agree with both of them at that point. Because it's like, both of those are true.
Yeah.
And I feel like they kind of need to fuse that together. Like, both of them need to be like, you know, because it does take time. Like, you can't just, again, you can't immediately solve every problem they're having. Like,
see, I agree. I agree with what the king was saying, but also it's a moot point because Kanin already knew that. He already gave them a temporary. We already saw him say, "Here's a temporary solution. Let me work on something more permanent." He knew that it would take time. So now the king's like, "But it takes time. You can't just snap your fingers." It's a moot point because he's like, "I already fucking know that. I already told them that." Like, you think I didn't? But like, I loved when he said, "You also need courage and determination," and then walked away. I was like, "Oh, that was you have none of those," and then turned his back.
Yeah.
Like, that was sick.
So then we're with Sudodat and Vedish.
Yes.
And pretty much, Sudodat confirms, he's like, yeah, no, the king is trying to kill me.
Yeah, 100%.
And he's okay with that.
Sir, why are you okay with that?
And Vedish is like, the fuck are you talking about, my dude? Like,
I don't care if he's your king. Don't
and
be
they
okay.
start this fishing metaphor, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, there's a fish. However, okay, this scene, I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why. But why did this scene make me go, is Vedishin on it? Like, I don't want him to be, and I don't think logically, it makes no sense. But what if he is? What if there's a weird twist?
What?
I don't know. In on something. In on the plot. In on something. Because obviously not the original plot of the Night of the Attack, because he's a fucking baby at that point, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. Something about the way he was talking. Maybe it was the acting, so my bad, sir. It was just your acting choices. But, like, I was watching this and I went, Vanish? And then I went, no. So, like, it was just a tiny little spark of a thing.
I got the exact opposite.
Really?
If anything, this solidified it more, because, like, the Sudodat's like, yeah, no, like, you know, like, hey, if there's too big of a fish, what are you gonna do? Just, like, fall in with it? Like, you can't catch it. And he's like, no, if it's a big enough fish and everyone else is there and stands together, then no matter how big it is, the fish won't be able to last forever. And he's like,
I love that.
encouraging him to almost like stand against the king.
I do love that. I will say it wasn't his words; it was just the way he said them. So it could have been just acting choice. I don't know.
But I will say the mood lighting in that scene seemed very like suspicious. Yeah. So, you know, I can see that.
There was something in the air that made me think it. But the words, when he said that, I was like, period. Let's go. Oh my god. I agree. All the fish gotta get together.
So then Charon meets with the king.
Yeah.
And he tells him that Sudodat is an Emily. And he's like, yeah, and he's like, you know that, right? And he's like, yeah. And he's like,
I kind of do.
I sent my people to keep him under control. But he got away.
Oh, to keep him under control. That's what you told them. Really? The people who were gonna escort him away into a dark alley.
Yeah, and the king tells him to avoid anything that involves him. which we know he's already not doing because he's the one who sent Vedish to go after him in the first place. So
Yeah.
this is him working against the king.
He's now working against the king, we can tell, because, like, even the king was like, no, because at first he was like, well, I just want to make sure he's okay. He's like, he's not hurting anyone. He just wanted to talk to Kanin or some shit. And this is the first time we do see him say yes, but like he always has said yes, like I agree, yes sir, whatever. But he said but in this one, and the king was like, he noticed because he was like, you're not to be involved with him, like, at all. Like, I need you to tell me that right now. And he concedes and says, yes, your majesty, fine. But he's not gonna. We know he's not gonna, because he then goes and tells Kanin, he's okay, he's with Vedish. And so, like, that's already breaking any sort of rule by talking to Kanin about it.
Yeah. And then in the library, Sharon goes to Kanin, and Kanin tells him, and he's like, I know you know that my dad's alive.
Yeah. I like this
why
moment.
didn't you tell me with a command?
Hmm.
And he kind of already understands why he kept it from him.
I like this scene.
Yeah.
I like the scene a lot because this spoke to a very healthy relationship for me, because if there was honestly, it gave some green flag energy. And it was very like, yes, Charon was hiding this from him, and we had thought previously Kanin would be like upset that he was hiding it, but
Yeah.
he's like, I've just figured out you do know where he is, and is he okay? And he was like, yes, he's with Vedish. I just want to make sure he's safe. And he was like, okay, I trust you. And I'm like, period. That's all we needed. We just cleared up any miscommunication that would have been there. And Kanin's just said, that's all right, because I trust you, so I'm not going to question what you're doing and question why you won't let me see him, which he would have done before. He wanted to see him so badly. But I feel like he's grown to a point where he's like, you know what, I trust you. If you're making this decision because you feel like it'll keep him safe, fine. I love that. And then we also get to see, like, honestly, one of the first, like, in public advances from Charon. Like, when he hugs him from behind, just to make sure he's like, he's okay, he's safe. Like, just make sure you feel comforted. I'm like, and this is in public. I'm like, bro, this is great. This episode is great for them, I think.
So then we have a meeting with the king and all the papas, and it says the first competition will be a test of wit.
Okay, so the study one's first.
Yes. And it will be delivered to the competitors one day in advance.
So it'll be like a test that everyone takes in their own kingdom, I guess. Just like, here, finish this test booklet.
Or maybe it's like what the information will be about more, or like the question. I don't.
Maybe.
I have no. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Second round will be the archery competition. Yeah. And this is where Papa Shark stands up, and he's like, we should follow the traditional format and hold a competition in the forest. Yeah. Using the technology from the Phoenix clan. Because I guess they have like a holographic phoenixes or whatever.
Yeah, they do. They have all that holographic stuff.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Hunger Games, actually.
Yeah.
Because like when she's training in like one room, there are like all these like holographic like people she's like shooting at for training and stuff.
Yeah. Then Papa Slytherin, he's like, actually, I think we should hold it in the Shark Clan. That way it's fair, because he's the only one without an heir competing. And that way there's no like land bias or whatever.
Honestly, I agree, which is weird.
I did too.
Yeah.
I was like,
what are you playing at? I don't trust.
I was like, that makes the most sense.
Yeah,
like,
that's
keep it
sensible.
on a neutral field where no one has the advantage of like the area, the scenery, like.
Yeah, why does that make sense? What's wrong with you? What are you?
I don't know.
Why are you making sense? It's freaking me out. What are you planning?
Yeah. And then they talk about the final round of the competition being the fence competition, which obviously that would be the last one.
Yeah.
And the winning heir will secure their father's position as the next king.
Yeah, let's see.
Then we got Ava training, and Mira is there coaching her. But then her dad comes in. I think this kind of proved my theory last episode a bit.
Which one?
With the dad, about how before he didn't really care, But now that he had a chance to become king, he really wants her to win.
Yeah.
And it's because it was just like I don't know. It just
'Cause it
seemed weird to
doesn't
me because
seem
he's like,
it doesn't seem to be about him becoming king. It seems to be about his reputation, or like him trying to savor his reputation. Like it's not him being like, but we could lose. It's him being like, we could be shamed if you do badly. Like,
well, I think it's for him to become king. Like it's like, oh, if he becomes king, and then it's like, oh, but his daughter was trained by a girl or whatever. Like then it's like a reputation thing, and like a king. Like I think it plays more into that too, because I think it's like kind of a little bit of both of like the reputation, but the reputation of if he becomes king as well. Because then she threatens, she like, look, either Mira's my coach or I don't compete.
oh gee, you have two decisions. Pick one.
And so that's her thing, and I think she knew that, like, because
Yeah.
why would that be a threat if he didn't care about the competition?
Yeah.
He does, and he wants to become king. And I think that's why. That was kind of solidifying, and I think she knows that too.
Because when he walked it, he was like, I got you a coach. I'm like, oh, is Mira not her coach? I was confused for a second. And he was like, no, I got you a better coach. I was like, I feel like Mira's a good coach. And it was not clicking in my head. And he's like, yes, but she's a woman. I was like, okay, no.
I mean, we all knew that was coming.
Yeah, apparently not me because I'm gullible. I mean, I knew it would have been coming.
I knew that was coming.
In the long run, I knew it was coming. Like, but like in my brain, in that moment, I was like, why? Mira's pretty good. Like,
well, my thing is like, I mean, we knew Mira with her archery coach.
Yeah.
Do they need can they only have one coach for everything, or
I
do
think
they
so.
have like?
Yeah, I think it's like one coach for everything. That looks like.
Because I'm like, I feel like, honestly, I feel like it would be better to have like different coaches for different subjects.
You would think, yeah, but so far it's been looking like everyone's hiring one coach per. So I don't know if that's a rule or just what people are doing or what. But I do love, I love that he like starts to go on more, but she's just like, if that's all, I have to finish training for today. Goodbye. Like,
yeah.
See ya. Shut up.
And we do get a little scene with Papa Phoenix and Papa Shark, and Papa Phoenix is just like, yeah, he pretty much says the whole conversation that just happened to him, and he's like, does that matter? Like, fucking Mira seems like a good coach. As long as she fights and wins, who cares?
Which is cool because I think they were in Papa Shark's kingdom when he said some people traditionally currently are still, you know, very like men go out to work and women stay at home.
Yeah, that was in his clan.
Yeah, so that's really interesting that the leader of that particular region is currently being like, hey, Mira's a good coach. Does it really matter that she's a woman? Like, that's really interesting. I like that.
Which, I mean, maybe it has nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
Why women stay at home and men
it's
work.
Just
maybe
the tradition.
Just like the society, and he's just like, look, no one's complaining. I don't care.
It's
like,
just a tradition in society there, but it speaks well to that area that at the very least the leader of the area is like pro, you know, women doing whatever they want.
It doesn't seem like a rule that women have to stay home and men work. It's just like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like how it happened, and it just they fell into those habits, and they just never changed it.
Yeah, because even if the society's like that, it's like, hey, but the king doesn't believe in that, or the leader of the area doesn't believe that. I like that. Seems like a good dude. I could move here and then like do whatever I want, and the king would be, or the leader would be like fine with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really interesting to, you know, dissect in a psychological society kind of way. But however, it's a fake country, so.
I was gonna say, and also the fact that this is probably not plays any relevance to the show itself.
No, not to the show itself. Not to
so
the show.
We're talking about this for no reason, but it's fun.
It's fun to talk about, and it's fun to, you know, because obviously there are countries around that still are like this, so it's interesting to still talk about.
Anyway, then Mira tries to resign,
and she's like, "Fuck that."
Yeah, Ava says no. And again, to the royalty quote of the series, she says, "You belong to me."
Yeah.
Very much a Kanin and Ramil thing, which again just shows that like the royal blood is real within all of them, of telling someone beneath them that you belong to me.
Someone beneath them that will be romantically involved with them that you belong to me.
Yeah.
I was like, she said that, and I was like, part of me was like, ew, but the other part of me was like, really?
It's again, It's just the royal family thing,
It's
you
a
know?
thing,
It's like,
yeah.
if you're royalty, you gotta say that to your lower lover, I
She was
guess.
basically saying, I am your boss, and you're not allowed to quit. I forbid it, so you gotta stay.
Yeah. But I did think it was interesting that Mira wanted or would have resigned to
Yeah.
stop Ava from having issues with her father.
That says something about her intentions with Ava. Not her intentions with Ava, but just like how she feels about Ava. She cares about her a lot, at the very least. She's
Yeah.
like, you're having a tough time with your father.
Or at the very least, cares about her relation with her father.
Yeah.
Like, because she didn't want them to fight. And she's
Like,
like, if I'm the cause,
if
I'll
I'm the
step back.
cause,
I'm
yeah.
done.
She was like, if I'm causing pain between you and your father, I will step back because I don't want to be the person who's adding negativity to it.
Yeah. And then we get a little scene of Peitai and Papa Slytherin watching Rimmel fence. And Papa Slytherin's like, hey, I'm glad Ramil's putting more effort into practicing. And did you notice that Papa Slytherin is like patting him on the arm or like holding his arm?
Yeah, this is weird. This is.
Did you notice that was the same spot he got shot at in the last episode? Because I sure as fuck did.
Oh, wait, shit. Oh, so he was basically like.
Thing is though, we don't know if Papa Slytherin knew where he got shot.
Yeah,
we knew he got. He knows he got shot. He didn't care.
Yeah.
But we know he knows he got shot. So whether he knows, then he's just like, hey, if you feel this pain, I can make it worse.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, it was almost like a threatening thing.
I'm sure. I mean, even without the fact that he got shot there, like, I noticed that in the tone of his voice. It was like, oh, he's doing well, so I won't hurt you today. Like.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, he's probably doing so well because you're there to cheer him on.
Dude, I was like sitting there going, what the fuck is going on with this guy? Who put like hallucinogens in his tea? Because what the hell is he doing right now?
Well, he tells him, and he's like, since you know what you're doing, you don't need a face punishment. And then, like, gives him a pat, like, 3 times on his fucking gunshot wound.
I was like, bro, like, this man is, I hate this guy. He's creepy, he's an ass, like, it's, nah.
He's slimy, that's what he is.
Slimy, exactly.
Then we got Kanin practicing some archery. Then we cut to Ava practicing archery, who seems to have hurt herself.
Yeah, because it's not going well. Like, she's missing her shots, and I thought she was just distracted by, like, all the stuff with her dad. But then she started, when she, like, you know, ow my arm, my first thought was, like, you're overworking yourself. Like, she could have pulled something in that moment.
Well, Mira is the one who kept telling her to take a break.
Exactly.
And she's even in this moment, she's like, no, I need to compete.
Yeah, exactly. And she was like, okay, you need to sit down. Because, like, you just, like, the problem is if you overwork yourself, it's going to be just as detrimental to your competition as if, like, if you didn't work at all. Same as if you didn't work at all. Like, you need to study or practice the perfect amount, which is, like, nice and in the middle with some breaks and rest. Or else you're screwing yourself.
Well, she does take a break, sort of, by drinking.
Bro, I was like, okay, was it Kanin that gave you alcohol earlier? Because I really hope he did. Like, I'm kind of upset with him for doing that now. Because she's like, now she's just going to alcohol when she's upset.
Yeah.
Which is a bad idea. and Mira says as much. She's like, I think we should...
Yeah, and she's like, you might be going a bit too far.
Yeah.
Like, you know, gotta chill. She's like, oh, you didn't understand. Like, before, when her dad, like, you know, like, said, like, oh, no, she should be able to fight for a competition. She thought it was because, like...
He believed in her.
Like, he understood her.
Yeah.
But now, it's not. He was just protecting his own dignity.
It's all about his image and dignity, like, and how people view him, it seems.
Yeah. And she talks about why, like, she wished she wasn't born a woman, because maybe that would have been easier. And Mira says, like, no one will be able to understand you, because only you know yourself best. And she says, you may not have chosen your own gender, but you can become the best version of yourself.
Yeah. Exactly. Like,
yeah.
Honestly...
And she hold her hand out. She did that.
Yeah, I think this was from the trailer, right? This moment. I swear I remember.
I have no idea.
I remember this because I remember.
Okay.
I very much remember, like, the second it flicked to this scene, like, and she's sitting in the garden in her pink dress and everything, and Mira's in a suit. I was like, I've seen this. I was like, this is the moment. Like, I knew immediately because I remember watching the trailer and clocking the second a woman's hand touched another woman's hand, and they smiled at each other, and I went lesbians. Like, so like this moment is what made me go yay lesbians.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, she just needs to cut herself some slack and try not to take her father's words personally to her. She just has to work for it herself and not for anyone else. Like, try not to win this for your father. Just win this because you're good at it. Like,
Yeah.
don't overwork yourself. I don't think she's gonna impress her father either way. Like, I think if she does this just to impress her father, it's never gonna come to fruition because all he cares about is his own image.
Yeah. So then Sharon shows up in the library and sees Kanin passed out. Abby was trying to study.
There's a quote in this scene that I really, really love, and I can't remember what it is.
Oh, I don't fucking know what it is.
It's something about like writing history or something like that. So whenever we get
yeah, so they start talking about
the Four Knights.
Yeah, they talk about the original thing and why the Slytherin tribe would give up that. And Sharon says, well, that's just one side of it. Some people say that he never wanted to share his power with anyone else.
But then you got back into a corner in the war.
Yeah, he got back into a corner and there was a war and he was about to lose, so he reached out with the other 3 clans and made that
deal,
agreement. History depends on who writes it.
Yes. Yeah, history depends on who writes it. So whoever like ends up writing it down, if it's probably, there's a high chance it's not going to be an accurate account. It's going to be a biased account. Because whoever has it, whoever is the person writing it down in the history books, does have their own beliefs. And so that might shine through in how it's written. Like, maybe the person who wrote some of these books was on the Slytherin's side, you know? And was like, oh, he won, it was great! And then he struck the deal, and woo, everybody was together. He's such a good dude. And, like, that's not accurate, because maybe someone on the other side of the war saw things a lot differently, and was like, that's not what happened. I'm pretty sure this is what happened. So, like, it depends on whose eyes it's seen through.
Yeah, it's like the history is written by the victors. Like that is the case. Like, if you end up winning the war, you end up being the good guy than the heroes, and the other team's the bad guy than the villains.
Yeah.
But in reality, that's just only because you won.
You go back to your friends and be like, these people tried to invade us, but we got them. Go us. Woo! It's like it's like a higher stakes version of like sports games at schools. Just be like, these guys are trying to take our title, but we're the good ones here. We got this. If you take that into the world, into political areas, and into countries fighting each other, then you're always going to view yourself as the good guy because you're the one being like, we got this, team. Woo! We're gonna win. And then when you do win, you're seen as the hero to all your people. But like, maybe you're actually the enemy the whole time. It depends. You gotta look at it through unbiased eyes.
Yeah. And then we get a little scene of Kanin's dad looking at the minor protester stuff on Twitter. Then we get Kanin. Then we got Sharon with a phone call.
Yes, what is going on here?
I don't know. The person on the other end, who I'm not sure who it is.
I'm not sure who it is either, because I was like, did I miss something? But then again, there was another episode where we thought maybe we missed something, and we didn't. He's talking about a letter.
Yeah, my guess is maybe it's Pseudo-Dad.
It's either Pseudo-Dad. I don't think it's Pseudo-Dad is the thing.
Well, here's what the first thing we hear.
Okay.
You were just a child, so you probably don't remember.
What if it's his dad? We have not heard a single thing about his dad.
Maybe.
We've only ever heard about his mom, but apparently his parents were in the Royal Guard. So what happened to his dad?
Yeah, you were just a child, so you probably don't remember, but I've never once forgotten that moment. Is what the person says. Are you okay? Sharon says yes. The truth remains the truth. And then the person says, I hope you understand that what happened in the past has nothing to do with him. And Sharon agrees, says, I know. I appreciate you telling me the truth. We'll talk later. And then the person says, don't worry too much, Ron. Talk to you later.
I'm wondering here. He said you were just a child. Like, okay, what did he say when he said you were just a child? He said,
You were just a child, so you probably don't remember.
I'm wondering. Remember, whenever we see him as a child, it's always during that night in the middle of the rain, and he looks like he's crying because he sees a bloody
Yes.
windshield. What if someone walked up and found him? I don't know who this person is, if they were on the guards, if they were on the evil side, I don't know, but they found him and they were like, hey, are you okay? I'll rescue you. And they took him somewhere safe and then ditched. So, but we're like, here's my phone number. I'm gonna be the person you can count on or something like that. I'll take care of you for a bit or whatever. What if it's something from that night? Because that's whenever we see him as a child.
Maybe, but I personally think it's Pseudodad.
I don't think it's Pseudodad at all.
Because we know he's in contact with Vetch, which means he could be in contact with Pseudodad now too. And the fact that it must be some sort of adult figure who he is in contact with. And I don't think the king would call him. The king would only have a meeting with him in person.
Yeah.
The only person we know who it could be, I feel like, is Pseudodad.
But does it sound like Pseudodad on the phone?
I have no idea. I couldn't recognize the voice.
I couldn't recognize the voice either. That's it. That's why I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because I was listening and I was like, who is this? Like, I don't know this voice. I don't recognize this voice. So, like, I don't know what's going on and it's killing me.
I have no idea.
I think someone found him that night. It could be someone we've met already. It could be someone we haven't met yet. And looked after him for a while before the king took him in. I swear.
Maybe.
I think something, because he's like, you were a child, so you probably don't remember. Maybe he's trying to tell him something else happened that night. Or maybe he was trying to gaslight him into thinking something else happened that night. When really, maybe this guy's the bad guy. Maybe this guy is the guy who's doing all of this!
I don't know. I feel like maybe. I mean, it could be someone we don't know yet. But if it is someone we know, I feel like it would be Pseudodad. If you're writing down, what, phone guy?
Mystery phone guy.
Okay. Well, anyway, Kanin comes into the room and sees all his paintings. And he's like, you know what? I want you to paint me.
Draw me like one of your French girls, Jack.
Literally, that's pretty much what he says. And so he sits down on the couch in a more seductive pose as he starts to sketch him.
This is literally draw me like one of your French girls.
This is literally drawing like one of your French girls. Then he grabs the paintbrush. Kanin grabs the paintbrush. Dips in some water, looks like. And
it's already in water.
Oh, right, yeah, that. With Sharon's hand, traces it on Kanin's body, to the nipples, down their bathrobe.
I was like, is this sanitary? I was like, that water, like, it's just, it's the water you dip your paintbrush in after you use paint, so there's all paint.
So it's just paint on your body. It's not like it's like going, like, you know.
Me, when that happened, I turned into that elephant from Tarzan. Are you sure this water's sanitary? Looks questionable to me. You've never seen Tarzan? I swear to fuck.
I saw the second one when he's a child.
Hold on. You cannot say you cannot say you've seen the second Tarzan movie, but not the first one. That's nuts.
In my defense, I was on a road trip with my cousin and aunt and uncle, and it was the only movie they had in the car.
You're insane. Okay, I don't think I've even seen the second one.
There was a great song in that movie.
I don't even know. I must have seen it, but I don't even remember what it was.
It's when he's a child.
He's a child in the first one for a bit.
No, I mean the full movie is like it's like a prequel pretty much. He's a child the whole time.
I don't even remember that movie. I gotta be honest with you.
There's a great song in it that I still remember.
There's great songs in the original one too by Phil Collins. I'm sure that one wasn't Phil Collins.
I don't know. Maybe if it's the same fucking company. I don't know.
The first movie's better. I don't care what the second movie's about. The first one's better. It's got Trash in the Camp, and that's a classic. Yeah.
But it's all about him discovering that he's not actually a monkey and he's like a human.
I didn't even know there was a second one. Let me look. Hey God,
it's when he's a child, and like I thought the elephant you were talking about was that movie because you made it sound like a baby voice. And I was like, yeah, the baby elephant, and then the baby gorilla friend.
Yeah, the baby. It's what a Tantor. This is okay, interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen this.
Look up the song "Who Am I." I think that's what it's called. It's in that movie. It's like, "Who am I? Tell me I can be anything." I think it goes like that.
Who am I? Okay, it is by Phil Collins.
Ah, see, suck it.
I acquiesce, but
You better.
But
I don't know who Phil Collins is though. Oh no, she dropped her phone. Oh, okay. Or she purposely flipped me over. I don't know.
My phone fell because it was disappointed in you.
Oh, well, that's fair.
That's what happened. My phone fell. It was like, there's no fucking way. Jesus Christ. Phil Collins made a lot of songs over the years. He's an artist from the 90s. And my mom loves Tarzan because she loves Phil Collins. The entire Tarzan soundtrack is by Phil Collins. Like, he's legendary. Have you ever heard of Lily Collins?
No.
Fucking hell. Do you know anybody ever?
You're talking about fucking, like, what, a 90s, 80s musician?
No, Lily Collins.
Who's that?
I said, do you know Lily Collins? And you said, who? Lily? What else?
Oh, I thought it was a song.
No. Lily Collins, movies and shows. Oh, you know, have you heard of Emily in Paris?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Oh, the main girl in Emily in Paris. She was also in the Snow White remake Mirror Mirror, which was a very odd version of that. She's in Mortal Instruments?
Nope.
How the fuck are you alive? Like, how are you alive? How are you a human person that has lived? What the she's been in quite a few movies as well, Lily Collins, and she's his daughter. But have I seen that? I feel like I don't know. But she's the main girl in Emily in Paris. She's his daughter. But Phil Collins is like a musical legend, mind you. Have you ever heard? Oh, no, that's from Tarzan. Fuck you. Sorry. I was about to say. Well, have you heard "You'll Be in My Heart"? You'll be in my heart. That's a classic Disney song. You need to watch more movies.
I told you I'm not a movie person. We've been over this.
That's insane to me. Have you heard that one song that goes do 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 do?
What, that Tarzan Boys?
No. In the air tonight. Do 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 do. No. Fucking Christ. Alright, you don't know anybody. Good to know. I'm never gonna ask you if you know someone again. I'm done.
Hey, at least I saw the second Tarzan movie. That was something.
You saw the second that's not a flex.
I was on a road trip with my cousins, and it was the only movie they had in the car.
That's not a flex. Not a flex.
I think it is. That movie's great. Again, the song "Who Am I" is great.
You should watch the first one then, because it's better.
Oh, I liked it. Anyway, back to the sex.
You should watch Tarzan. That's on your
I should not have screamed that because my neighbor built a pool and kids are there currently screaming. So that was fun.
Your punishment is you have to watch Tarzan this week.
No. I don't have time to watch Tarzan. I watch too much shit already. Anyway, they're painting each other with water.
Yes. Yes, they are.
And yeah, then they start on the stool.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that seems very, like, bad for your back. Like, let's call a spade here.
Yeah.
There's a couch, like, right over in the corner.
What's funny is they start on the stool and then they move to the floor.
Then they move to the floor, which, I mean, I get it. There's a carpet.
Yep. Floor sex is a thing.
And, yeah. So they do that. Also, does Kanin give him like a foot job or something? Because there's a moment where he has his foot up on it and it goes low. And we don't see where it goes, obviously. Because
I was like, okay, fair enough.
See that much.
That's alright, fair enough. You can have your likes and dislikes.
I mean, we thought it was gonna happen in the first time too, in episode 7.
Yeah. We're like, hello.
So maybe it was like came to fruition.
Maybe someone likes feet.
Look, I don't judge.
No judging
here. But then they
go
back on the stool. And I'm like, again, that would be bad for your back.
Yeah. Hey, some people stand up and do it. Who knows?
I don't know. But then they end up on the couch post-sex after saying good boy.
Bro, yeah, I was like, oh my god, he said the thing.
Yeah. That was not something I was expecting this episode, I will be completely honest. But it happened.
I was like, dang. So do all couples have like a little like light BDSM like underlying tone to all their relationships, whether they engage in extra stuff or not?
Well, no, I thought it was a parallel to the Brave in their first time.
Oh, I
Because
didn't
right
know
before
that.
it ended, he would like breathe.
Also, this was like the continuation. Hey, good job for breathing.
Yeah, yeah. So we start with Brave, then we got Good Boy.
All right, what do we got next?
In the finale, we're probably
What do we go to there? Like,
guess the phrase.
guess
What's
the phrase.
next? If there is one more,
I
what's
got
the
one.
phrase?
I got one. You belong to me.
Honestly, probably.
We need one from them now. We have one from the other two. We need one from them.
Well, no, but he's already said you belong to me.
Oh shit, really?
I mean, he goes it again in like this aspect.
Yeah, in this aspect, we gotta say it in this.
Or you could flip it and have Sharon say, "I belong to you."
Oh yeah.
And more like
Oh,
that.
that'd be nice. I like that. That's a good,
that could be a thing.
like a nice little.
Yeah,
buddy.
so it could be something about belonging to each other.
Well, now that we're in the last 4 episodes, I want to start making predictions. Who do you think's gonna win the competition? Who do you think's gonna? It may not even be about the competition. Who do you think is gonna be the next prince? Since that's the title. Who is the next prince?
I mean, I feel like Kanan. Like, I mean, if we're going obvious, then Kanan.
I feel like it's not gonna be. I feel like this is one of the shows where it could be, but it ends up being something else. I'm gonna say that if we're right and Jay is the shark, Papa Shark's son, I'm saying Jay. I'm saying it's gonna just end up that way. It's not gonna be competition related. It's just gonna be like maybe Kanan like does well in the competition or something, and then he goes, you know what? I'm gonna give the title to Jay because he seems to know what's good for the population or some shit. Like he knows the people. Jay is the next prince or something.
But if that's the case, then they're going to find out Jay's related like soon.
Exactly. So like that's I don't know if it's going to be
There
Jay.
are 3 phases of the competition. Like odds are the competition isn't going to be just one episode.
Yeah.
Like
it could be one episode. I don't know. Depends.
I think the competition is going to start, if not next episode, then the episode after.
It's going to be one.
Like I think. Yeah, if it's not next episode, then it might be the episode after. Like, I think it's starting soon.
Then it'll be like, yeah, on one of the episodes they'll take the test, and then like he'll be like in like a week's time we're gonna be doing archery or something, and then the next episode will be like, okay, let's go do archery.
Yeah, something like that, like where it's like spaced out competition.
Yeah.
For each subject.
I'm wondering. It could be. My other thought is it could be Ava as well. Ava's an option. Problem is I don't want her dad to be king with his attitude, but I do want Ava to win.
I don't want Papa Slytherin to be king either, but I want Romilda to be
That's
happy.
the thing, is like I don't want any of these people to be king, but I want these people to be princes and princesses. Like it's weird.
Yeah. I don't know.
We'll have to. I'll keep.
Anyway, MVP for the episode.
MVP.
Before you start getting too much into predictions, yeah, okay, I got it.
I got mine.
3, 2, 1.
Kanan.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to help the protesters, and he is actively putting that into action by studying harder and doing his best to make sure that ends up happening in the future, whether that's short-term solutions or long-term ones. He seems to actually care. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked how he stood up to the king again. I liked how he when he confronted Sharon about the truth, but in a very like good, not mad way. Yeah,
they actually spoke about it, communicated. We love to see it.
Yeah. Okay, do we have anything for the murder board?
In terms of the murder board, I've only added mystery phone guy. So our suspect list is very long right now. It's because after I added the other 3 last week, so now we have King of Bujar, King's ex-lover, King's twin, Papa Slytherin's butler.
Half of those people might not even exist, is the thing. Like, we're making up people.
That's true. 2 of these people may not exist. We have Papa Prince, we have King's butler, we have Mira ? We have King, Papa Slytherin, Papa Shark, and mystery phone guy. We have a lot of people, bro.
I'm slightly less on Mira now.
I'm a little less on Mira now.
This episode, but I mean, I don't want to cross anyone off yet until we like. So we'll keep her there. But I am like, she's probably the least suspicious on that list for me.
I want to see what she does next episode, or at least the next episode that she's in heavily featured in. And then if all goes well, I'll cross her off then, I think. But since we're nearing the end with like 4 left, which means I want to be able to make a prediction by episode 11 before we watch the episode. So after episode 11, I think we're going to look at the murder board for a hot second and go, okay, who is it? And then, or not episode 11, sorry, episode 13.
Okay. I was like, that's next episode, dude.
Jesus Christ, I did not mean that. Episode 13. I'm so used to being at 12 episodes. Yeah, the penultimate episode. I want to take a hot second after we finish talking about the episode, look at the murder board, and go, okay, who is it?
Yeah.
Who is it? Who did it? What happened that night?
Well, but who did what? Because there's multiple things.
Yeah, that's the thing. Who orchestrated the attack that night? We're looking for 3 questions here. Who orchestrated the attack that night? Who is after Kanin and his friends and family currently?
In the first episode.
Yes, but that also could be continuous. Like, that they could still be doing it now. Because he was poisoned.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. But, like, that's a big, like, that was the start.
The current, the one looking to kill Kanin right now. And who his dad actually is.
What about the Joe stuff?
I feel like Joe's included though in the what happening to Kanin now.
Oh, is that what you're okay?
Yeah, I feel like because Kanin got poisoned, and we're assuming that that's kind of included in the who's after Kanin currently, right? If not, it's a side quest, but we'll keep an eye on it.
But then what about the Ramil stuff? Like, who are we just assuming that's another whole big thing?
Oh, motherfucker! There's too many mysteries.
Ava's the only one who has not been attacked. Still.
Yeah,
she was in this episode a lot, and she has not been attacked yet.
She has not been attacked at all. That's why Mira's still on the list. Okay.
Or Papa Phoenix, like, you know, or Phoenix Clan members.
Honestly, Papa Phoenix is not on the suspect list. I don't see him doing any of this. He seems too anxious all the time. You know?
Yeah, no, I don't think it is, but he could, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be him.
It could have actually been Mira, because she didn't want Ava and her dad to be at odds anymore, and she was willing to step back to make them at peace. Because if he becomes king, and if she wins, like, he'll become king, and she wants them in good graces. Post that.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
It could be fucking anyone at this point.
Yeah, that's why we have a very long suspect list, but penultimate, we will decide.
I'm still really hoping for either an evil king twin or an evil king lover. Ex-lover. I really want that just for the, like, plot twist moment. Because I called that so early on, and there's no evidence to that. But
there's not a single shred of evidence. It was just a theory.
But it would be so good if that was the case. I'd be like, oh, I called it from day 1 or day whatever I said that.
We don't have any other paintings that we've seen since the other 3, other than this horse. Yeah, but it's just a horse. It's his horse, so like, yeah. There's no meaning to it. I don't think. There's no underlying meaning. It was a very nice painting, but the other 3 had meanings that could have had underlying options. Yeah. So it's not on the paintings list that we're writing down. So yeah, there's other stuff like who hurt Ramil, and are they in? I'm gonna group those in with what the fuck is going on currently. Like, instead of who's going after Kanin right now, it's what is going on in this kingdom currently, and why is everyone getting injured? Like, that's the current question. So I guess we're just going to keep it like that for now. That could change into more specific questions over the next couple episodes before the penultimate. So, like, we get more specific, like, what we're looking for. But I guess we'll have to see.
Okay, well, that was our recap of The Next Prince, episode 10.
Yay.
Join us next week where we will be recapping episode 11 of The Next Prince.
Oh, yay. Hopefully, I mean, it's probably in episode 13, that's the tearjerker, but
yeah, I was
still,
gonna say that. Yeah, this episode 11, we might be safe.
Yeah, we might be safe this one. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon, but
well, safe-ish.
Safe-ish. We might literally go through the ringer. We don't know. You'll know in a couple minutes.
I don't fucking know. I have no idea.
You'll know soon. I probably will be annoying and won't watch it until like the end of the week. So.
Well, join us next week for episode 11.
Yeah, see you then.
Bye, everyone.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now, you call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.